Hello, hello. Welcome to what will most likely be the final episode of Alliance of the Golden Witch. We made it. We're finally here. Halfway through. Um, yeah, that's gonna be an experience. But first things first. I updated the boy. I finished updating the boy. So here he is. And just wanted to show him off for a little bit. There's it's a huge difference between this and the old avatar, and I'll probably throw something on Twitter to compare the two to kind of show off all the changes I made. It's a lot. Just look at the hair ties. There's physics now. And like head angles, so now when I'm like vibing to the music, you can actually tell that I'm doing that. And improve lip syncing and all that jazz, good stuff. Anyway, back to what we're really here for. That shouldn't really be there. Ignore that, you didn't see that. Let me check real quick if I also have. Yes, wonderful. I'm also gonna bob myself over to the left a little bit. Anyway, small details, it's fine. And as the seagulls welcome us back, let's start off with a content warning. Content warning for Umineko, kind of as a whole. Character deaths, detailed descriptions of gore and body horror, child abuse, discussions and dimensions of suicide, and misogyny. As for the plot, last time, Beatrice and Battler went all out, essentially. With Beatrice trying to coax Battler into killing her. Which initially she just sort of stood back and let it happen. And then she kind of, started fighting back. And in the end, she asked one single question. Who am I? And that's where we left off. And that was not, for once, my fault, because I love drama and cliffhangers. No, that was the game. So up next... all of a sudden, I'm doubting if that was actually where we left off, so I'm double checking. Even though, yeah, I was correct. Up next is the Witch's Tea Party. Now again, if there is time, we're going to launch right into 5 after this. If not, then this will be a short episode. It'll be a weird one either way. Unknown. Fragment number... I don't know, that's a big number. I wouldn't know how to pronounce that. Wow, we're off to a good start. Let me just double check the audio levels. Looking good. Scattered on a large bed were cute jelly beans of various colors. And chocolates, shaped like ohajiki pieces. A fork was stuck into a shortcake peeking out of a gift box, and there were decanters with drinks of various colors lined up on a side table. But the color of the partially finished drink that had been poured into a cup was venomous, matching none of the decanters. Someone had probably been playing around, mixing various things together. That can be lots of fun, if you don't mind the taste. On top of the fluffy bed were several colorful big pillows like something from a dream. New art. And on this bed, that looked like something out of a child's dream world, Barncastle lay face down, and Lambda Delta lay face up, clutching a pillow and relaxing. Can we? Because it's. Well, you know what? They almost look cute. If not for their personalities, they would be cute. Oh, I forgot what I did for her voice. This is gonna be terrible, and I apologize in advance for all the Lambda fans out there. Because I know she has them. Oh my god. I know what she sounds like in the anime, but I don't think I can manage that. Anyway. I did this last time too. It's just, my brain is like, I know what this should sound like, right? And it's like, okay, but how? How make mouth do words? Or noises in this case.
It was pretty thrilling this time, wasn't it? I got really panicky when Beato said she'd stop the game.
What a rude witch. To start a game like this and try to end it by throwing it away.
Wasn't Anja a good piece? After Beato ran for it, Anja dragged her back and made her resume the game. Although it's a shame that she gave Battler a little too much enthusiasm.
After all, I knew Battler was a softie.
No kidding. He looked like he might even go easy on Beato, his enemy.
I was uneasy that, like the last game, he might actually feel compassion for Beato and take the game in a weird direction. Anja was a trump card to get Battler back on track when he mistook his goal. Although I wanted her to support him a bit more before using her up. She really did get used right off the bat. What a waste for a piece that required so much preparation.
Good thing I shackled her with that rule about not giving her name. If that hadn't been set up, the brother-sister tag team would have swallowed Beato up in one in the blink of an eye.
Hey Lulu, welcome. No, you're picking up on the correct vibe here, don't worry. It's A+. You win the you win something, I don't know what. Excuse me 1 second. I tried to move my head, but my headphones are like completely fucking entangled in the mess that is my desk. The wasteland that is my desk. Where cables go to turn into snakes and die. There we go. Well, I didn't even try. There were more blushies. Yeah. The boy is done, and apparently, when I smile really broadly, this avatar also smiles really broadly, and there's blushies. But only then. Iggy's a little more prone to blushing, like when I'm just sort of like have a normal happy face. So the settings are better on this one. It's very accurate. It's a little bit embarrassing. Anyway, welcome. How are you doing? Sorry for the slight derailment there. Again, cables. Hard to move my head. Anyway, it's fixed now. Also, thank you. I thought it'd be a chance for them to press her all at once, but your mark was so restrictive that I couldn't make the best use of her. What a waste that piece was. You hate life, but you're pretending you're not. Well, I'm sorry. I hope... Yeah, fake it till you make it, and I hope that your day at least is going okay.
Isn't it obvious that such an unfair piece would have to be retired right away? Well, in the end, she did a good job of preventing the suspension of the game, and that helps me out too. The way she made both our interests match is what made her a truly wonderful piece.
she was an innocent kid like Battler, so it was easy to get her to do as I said. Morons and impulsive types make the best pieces. I really can't stand losing that piece. Barncastle confirms Battler is a himbo.
By now, that kid's minced meat. Hey, let's make hamburgers out of her later on. Oh wait, didn't you like gyoza more? I wonder what little sister tastes like. Hilarious.
Is it really okay for you to be so relaxed? Thanks to Anja, Battler has gotten all fired up. Oh, same, Lulu, same. I'm pretty sure he started a hot pursuit of Beato, making this game take a big turn in my favor, right? I mean, didn't Battler just solve almost all the mysteries up until now?
Not even close. Almost all of Battler's blue truth was wrong. Beato's lukewarm red is full of holes. If she had any brains in her, she'd slip through it easily by setting up a suitable web of twisted logic. Yeah, it really ticks me off. If it were me, I'd thoroughly cut down all of it with the red.
Oh, really? And I was sure that those were all correct. Well, I don't know about that small bomb part though.
Not all of Battler's blue truths were valid. When talking about the first game, Beato clearly declared that she guaranteed the identities of all unidentified corpses. This defeats Battler's theory about the culprit of the Eva/Hideyoshi closed room murder being someone who faked up a corpse. Next, Kanon might have died in an accident in the boiler room, but what kind of accident could drive a stake into his chest? Are you a moron? I'll slice it with that red treasured sword thing. Kanon did not die in an accident. For the next one, the murders of the three including Genji in the parlor, the thought that it was a simultaneous murder where they shot each other in a clockwise pattern at the same time is laughable. Genji, Kumasawa, and Nanjo are not killers. The final trap X to kill Natsuhi is also ridiculous. The thing that shot Natsuhi wasn't a trap. It was a real shooting murder, with the gun raised and trigger pulled. Sucks for you.
You shouldn't do that. Saying something like that in red. That kid's trying to say that she bounced Natsuhi's bullet back with magic and killed her.
Oh my, how terrible of me. You're right. Even the blue truth for the second game is way too naive. When the six were murdered in the chapel, the culprit was inside the chapel. That guy keeps trying to explain things using Trap X. What the heck is Trap X? Some weird mystery novel cliche? It's also laughable to say that, in the case where Nanjo and Kumasawa were killed in the servant room, someone else inherited Kanon's name. No one else can go by Kanon's name. A different person can't claim that as their name. And that theory about borrowing the master key from Rosa for Natsuhi's room is also worthless. After the master keys came into Rosa's control, never did any of them leave her hands. Except for the time when she lent one to Battler to unlock Natsuhi's room. I could keep on going, but just taking a quick look at them turns out like this. Get it?
Forget taking a quick look. You've just denied Battler's blue truth for the first and second games across the board. My, what a shame. If Battler heard, he'd faint.
Right? Beata wasn't cornered at all. Looks like that kid's a pretty good actress after all. I'm sure she planned to make it look like she was getting cornered this game. And then, sometime next game, bang, she'll slice it up with a single red stroke to make Battler freak. And then I'm sure she'll say it again with a huge smile. Which is never get into a pinch.
Where can you donate for my himbo training? Don't worry, it's already... I took out a loan. We're good. It's happening. Hold on to that theory for episode 5. Because it will either be thoroughly disproven or the opposite. Or somewhere in the middle. That's all you're getting. And that whole tragic atmosphere as though Beato was getting cornered was all an act.
Isn't it obvious? She really is a great actress. Even though she wasn't cornered at all, it felt like an astonishing last episode climax. She's totally the winner for Best Supporting Actress this year. Oh, but of course I'm the star. You do fine too, Vern.
At the end, she said something like, "Kill me," and laid out a big riddle. Wasn't that her last stand, with Beato to be finished for good if that riddle was solved? Okay, just to be clear about that. Oh no, are these all spoilers, Lulu? But yeah, about that comment, it's... What I just said wasn't a huge spoiler or anything, don't worry too much about that. I just thought it was interesting. That would be way out there, and a terrible conclusion.
Come on, were you seriously tricked too, Vern? That wasn't even close to a last stand. Beato's still holding back a killer hidden move. When she stuck out both hands to give the final riddle, did you notice how she lowered just her right hand?
Yeah, now that you mention it. Is that what that meant?
Sure is. That kid still had plenty of hidden moves left. And none of the mysteries have been solved. That tension, like she'd been exposed and the next episode would be the last?
She truly is a genius at acting.
Yeah, I want to see her knock Battler down to the very bottom right away. That kid's been totally encouraged by her North Wind and the Sun strategy from last time, right? I'm sure Battler will sympathize with Beato again and fall for it completely. After all, a single tear from a woman can fool a man. Totally economical and profitable.
Hey babe, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the save reminder. Also, how are you doing? Okay. Doing a little audio adjusting on my end. Still coughing? Oh boy. I hope the, was it the flu? I hope it goes away soon. Hang in there. And I do have super non-spoiler powers. I don't. Okay. I wonder if Battler will get caught by the same move again. I've got to spur him on so I never feel sympathy again. Although Anji's mincemeat seems to have done that pretty well.
A power-up from an Anji-flavored hamburger? Of course, I won't lose either. Starting here, I'll thoroughly support Beato to rally her up enough to compete with Battler. Beato won't lose. I mean, I'm threatening her with a wonderful punishment game if she loses.
Your punishment games are seriously not cool, so you should go a little easy on her.
I've decided what to do for your next punishment game, Vern. Wanna hear? Wanna hear?
No.
Come on, ask me. Guess what? Guess what? I'll lock you in the wonderful, wonderful castle. That castle will be surrounded by pure white castle walls 12 kilometers to a side, with a height of 10 meters. Magic and tricks are prohibited. You really couldn't jump over that, right?
How many is that? As part of my himbo training, I don't know how numbers work anymore. It's like 1,400,000,040,000,000 cubic meters? How do you pronounce that? The training is effective.
You can stop there. I already know what you're going to say. And that place will start getting buried with gems, one every day. I'll lock you in until the castle walls are packed with them, and you've been buried to death with gems. Isn't that a wonderful, romantic punishment game?
If you multiply the length of the walls by 5 and make it 1/10 its current height, I wouldn't mind if you shut me in it right now.
Really? That would make it 3,600,000,000 cubic meters, right? The time period for the punishment game would be more than double, right? I get to keep you as my prisoner for such a long time. I really like you, Burn. I love you.
Lambda Delta playfully approached Burncastle, who yawned, looking bored, as she touched the bottom of Lambda Delta's chin as though cuddling a cat.
You were betting on Balor's victory, and I'm betting on an eternal tie for the two of them. Doesn't that mean no one's betting on Beato's victory?
I wouldn't. Her chances of winning are 0.
How truly pitiful, being told by the Witch of Miracles that there's no chance of a miracle. Although I wouldn't bet on her either, right? I can say that with certainty.
It's also pretty sad when the Witch of Certainty says that you're certainly screwed. Unusually for them, they giggled together.
I wonder how this game will resolve itself.
Yeah, that's the one thing we can't predict. That's why it's fun.
I won't permit escaping or suspensions any longer. I'll certainly make them continue their game, and I won't let them run away. Even though I can't even imagine what will happen next. I know it certainly won't end that way.
At the very least, it won't end with Beato's victory.
I mean, think about it. Neither of us is betting on Beato's victory. In other words, if it looks like Beato is gonna win, she'll have us two great witches as enemies.
Exactly. Our powers are most in equilibrium when balancing between a tie and Balor's advantage. If it tips too much in Beato's favor, both of us will line up along the same vector and drag Beato back.
In other words, the instant Beato's in a superior position, she'll have to deal with both of us as enemies. A common front with Burn. Sounds fun.
Thanks. But I'm not going into a completo candy bath with you.
Oh, I was gonna cover you with melted marshmallows while taking a completo shower.
How pitiful. That child is a living toy. A doll you caught so that you could play with me, Lambda.
I'm good at playing with dolls. I really can do it well, okay? I'm proud of being able to play with a single toy for hundreds of years without getting tired of it.
You're her ally at some times, and opposer at others, toying with her for all eternity. How pitiful. That kid is now our doll.
That's right, that kid is our doll. No end has been prepared for that kid except the ones the two of us desire. In other words, I can say for sure that this can only end by repeating a tie for eternity because of me, or else with Beato losing and being destroyed because of you, Burn. As far as this game ending with Beato's victory goes, I will proclaim it as the Witch of Miracles. And I will proclaim it as the Witch of Certainty. Beato certainly cannot win. And a miracle certainly will not occur. And that's it. That's our ending. Which was, yeah. Yeah, we did a lot last time. Honestly, I think it would be a good, like, Lulu, since you missed last episode, a lot happened in that one, and there was some real sad stuff. I would really recommend going back into that before watching the Chiru, which is the second half of the whole series. The next episode, episode 5, right? Because that starts with spoilers for the part that you missed specifically. And I feel like you would really miss out, probably. Yeah, so that tea party was... Because, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? But, yeah, if I checked just the beginning to see if, you know, my setup works and stuff, and it goes right in there, and you're like, wait, what happened? It's only gonna make sense, with the context of the very last bit, and even then it's not gonna make... let's not give too much away there. That is true, you did do that. Well, if you want to stick around and just follow me into the next episode, that is totally fine. Of course, you're more than welcome to. I would recommend going back and watching the epic showdown between Balor and Beato, because ooh, it is good. It almost made me cry. And I already knew what was gonna happen. I say almost, that's a big lie. I had like a tear in my eye. I think you're really gonna... Yeah, well... In that case, maybe don't, because it does get sad. It's also really cool. They're both badasses. But you know, the videos aren't gonna go anywhere. Yeah, I am vibing. I love this one. You might have noticed that the song they mentioned was playing in the credits. Wasn't the same as the one you were hearing. That's because the mod uses the PS3 version of the credits and the regular version of the song. Mama didn't raise a coward. Yeah, Automod withheld that for bullying yourself, so... So I guess Automod agrees that you are in fact not a coward. So that's a positive. That's positive, right?
I unlocked an achievement called The Beginning. I don't know what that means. True. Automod is weird. Oh, nice background. Yep. So, fun little thing that I will quickly show off. Once you finish all 4 of the arcs collected in either the first Umineko or the second one, because they're all like, if you were to buy them now, they're all going to be collected. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the second one is 5, 6, 7, 8. I forgot how to count. And then you open the music box. You unlock that, I mean. And then you get a black screen, apparently? I don't think this is working as intended. There's some art from the original game. This might have broken because of the mod. Yeah, that definitely broke. Well, that's too bad. How this works is you get a little, a little peek at one of the scenes during which the song plays, and you can play all the songs, and it's cool. And you get, the artist, you can play them and shuffle them. There's like, it's a music player. You can even skip the scary tunes or only play the scary tunes, which I think is just really cute. And there's also the tips, which I've been glossing over these, mostly because I got distracted, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the art is something, the old art, but I love it also. Yeah, I've been skipping these. I'm gonna try to remember them in Chiru, which is the second half of the series, and there's too many titles to go around with all of these. All of these Umineko things. I'll try to explain it once I launch the next one, to try and make that a bit more clear. He's very handsome. But a fun little thing that you can do after you finish an episode is you can execute them, which kills them. And now it says missing. Went to hell embraced by the witch, but to the witch, that hell was the golden land. He's fine. See, I fixed him. It's fine. I'm the witch now. But what this is useful for is when you're theory crafting, you can go through everyone. I'm sorry. I am the witch now. It was meant to be. And you can just go through all of them and then take a look at them and find some Easter eggs here and there, because you can. Yeah, you know what? Buy the game, find out for yourself. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Okay. With that wraps up our Alliance of the Golden Witch. And with that, the first half of Umineko is done. We made it. It's a little weird because I had to start up the program like today for the last time, because next time it's gonna be a different one. So, a little bit of hype and a little bit of Sadness? That's not the word. But, you know, I'm gonna miss the first few games. But with that, we're gonna go into the next one. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of Alliance of the Golden Witch, as well as the answer arcs of Umineko. And we're gonna dive right into Chiru, starting with End of the Golden Witch. And I'm recording this after finishing up the game and starting the next one, and I'm gonna put out both episodes resulting from that on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so you can dive right into the next one. Anyway, thank you for being here with me on this journey so far. Thank you for watching the VODs and hanging out in the streams. Whichever you do, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I hope you're doing good, and see you next time. Bye-bye.